Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are one of those people that has waited ages for me to try out Primark's Estee Lauder Double Wear Dupe, then carry on watching. And if you're one of those people that would like to find out whether PS My Perfect Colour Double Coverage Matte Foundation is good and long lasting on an oily acne prone skin, then just keep on watching. You guys have requested this. You have mentioned that this is supposed to be a Estee Lauder Double Wear dupe, and I'll be honest, it totally does, look like Estee Lauder dupe. Estee Lauder is a little bit like squashed. It's not like a cube when it's a rectangle. I should know this. Anyway, and the price difference is shocking. So if this is any good, you will be saving loads of money. I am very excited for it, and I'm gonna go straight in because I can't find any claims online. This is Primark, and surprisingly I can't find this foundation on the Primark website or on their Instagram. So again, I'm just going to kind of test this foundation for what I like. I mean, since it says double coverage, I expect a good coverage, and it says matte foundation, so it suggests it should be a matte foundation. And since Estee Lauder is a long-lasting foundation, I'm hoping it's going to be long-lasting. So I'm kind of going to test it out for those three things. What I like already is that it does have a stopper, which I believe Estee Lauder doesn't have. It just has a screw-on cap. Such a typical kind of, this reminds me of Studio Fix from MAC, like that very chemically kind of smell, no additional smell, which I can appreciate. I would rather have this smell, what the foundation smells like, rather than them masking the smell, I will give it a fair chance, so I'm going to moisturise today and always. I'm using the Revolution SPF 30 Protecting Boost for normal to oily skin. It's a lovely moisturiser, it has SPF in it. What else can you want? Okay, I'm moisturised, I'm ready. Let's get this show on the road. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Estee Lauder, so this is going to be an interesting test. Let's see if it's equally as... Oh, it's thicker. I feel like it's thicker. I'm not going to put my stopper on yet, since I don't know whether it's like a good coverage, but that's a solid dollop. And as always in my tests, I'm going to try two different applications, a sponge on one side and a brush on the other. Ooh, my sponge is very, 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 very cold. I forgot to mention the shade that I have. Where is it? Is it on the cap? I'm pretty sure I took the shade Ivory. I can't find the shade name, but I was pretty sure that I took the shades Ivory in every single foundation that I bought from Primark that day. Whoa. Okay. Okay. This is one side of my face with one layer of the foundation applied with a sponge in comparison to my bare face. It has coverage alright, like there's no denying about it. I would say it's more of like almost a high, and once it sets, I'm sure we'll be able to build it. So far, I am really, really happy because it doesn't look super dry and cakey. We are heading in the right direction. It has sort of smoothed down my texture, which is nice. Estee Lauder Double Wear doesn't do that because it's so matte. It emphasizes the texture. This is like really comfortable. I love it so far. I'm so happy right now. I love the sponge side, but let's see what it looks like when you apply it with a brush. Not going to be my favourite. You could get it to work, but I have a lot of texture, and the formula of this foundation just makes it like that sweeping motion. Maybe if I was stamping it would be alright, but that's not kind of what the brush is designed to do. You need to buff it in, and if I want to buff it in, it doesn't look as good. Basically, it emphasizes that texture. Pass. Whatever shade I have, I'm pretty sure it's ivory. It's not a bad match. I'm actually really happy with it. I didn't have as much foundation for this side, and it's still covered really well. I'm very, very impressed, can you tell? Okay, and this is the other side of my face with one layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. Boys and girls, this is looking cute. The shade, now I look at it, like I look at my neck, it could be just a hair bit darker, but if I look up, there's actually no demarcation, so it's absolutely fine. I think if I went shade up, it'd be too dark. That's the issue with, you know, drugstore foundations, that there's so many gaps in between. I'm not even sure how many shades there is in this foundation, but if there's like 5 or 10, which is very likely that it is, not a bad match. I'm pretty sure this is ivory. I can't find the label though. I'm so stupid. It's on the bottom. It says Ivory 02. Okay, and now I'm going to try something that Estee Lauder doesn't allow me to do because it's so matte. This should be alright. This should manage because it's just the right amount of matte. It's like a natural kind of matte, not a Sahara Desert kind of matte. What am I talking about? Well, you know me, I love cream contouring, and I'm going to take my favourite Revolution Fast Base foundation for this and see if the foundation can work with cream products. Worked absolutely fine so far. My base is perfect. To finish my base off, I'm going to take Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and I'm going to powder with the RCMA No Colour Powder. I mean, again, so far I am blown away by this. It looks very, very good. Now I've powdered, it did lose the tiniest little bit of coverage, but that's absolutely fine. It's still a very high medium, high coverage. There's nothing else for me to do. It looks good. It is currently almost 9:20, so 9:30. Let's just call it 9:30, and yeah, I shall see you in 2 hours for my first check-in. 2 hours in, and this is what my face looks like. It's looking pretty good. I do have like a little bit of dewiness in the center of my face, so I will have to blot. But before I do, I just want to show you that my face looks really, really nice. I love it so far. Honestly, it's really, really good. Let's blot. There is very minimal transfer, which is very good. I'm really happy to see this, and I am once again nice and matte. By the way, this is because I used a brush to sweep away some of the fallout from my makeup, so that's totally my fault. But other than that, the foundation has stayed on really well. There's no like transfer, none of it came off. It's just a little bit more dewy, and it does make me a little bit worried that I'm number 2. There's a little bit of dewiness, but maybe I'll just be able to blot throughout the day and it's still going to be long wearing. So I shall see you in 2 more hours, and then hopefully it'll still look good. Hour number 4, and this is what my face is looking like. I do have to blot, I really do, because I can feel this foundation getting a little creamy again, and I can see that I've rubbed it off like close to my hairline. So let's do that first. This is what the transfer is like. It's still not bad. It is a little bit worse than the previous one, but it's absolutely fine because not a lot of foundation comes off when I blot, which is nice. Sometimes if you blot and you take the paper away, there's literally like empty patches. This hasn't happened here. Ideally, I would want to apply a little bit of powder on my face, but I'm not going to. I don't like to powder, so I'm just going to keep going. It's still looking great. I am very, very happy with what it's looking like. I mean, as we can see, there's like a little bit of foundation missing here. But on the other side where there's a little bit less spots, it's still looking good. Yeah, a little bit of foundation missing around my hairline, but other than that, it's holding up pretty well. Let's keep going. Okay, it's been 6 hours since I've put this foundation on and I can feel a little bit oily. It is starting to get very uncomfortable. So it is time to blot. Let's do that real quick. Pomóc ci czymś? Weź się patrz w otchłań. This is the piece of paper. I'm surprised again. I mean, there's not a lot of transfer, which is nice. If you want to wear this out and you're worried about a lot of transfer, it's not gonna have that. But I do feel quite oily and the foundation is slipping off my face slowly. Hopefully you are able to see that there's foundation missing in some of the areas of my face. So we are approaching the time where it's gonna fall apart, but since it is 6 hours in, it doesn't look bad for 6 hours in, and especially for it to be £5, it looks good, you know. I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna still wear this and see what happens. I just want to know how long I can wear this before it looks terrible and I should take it off. So let's do that. I shall see you in 2 more hours. Okay, I missed the check-in at hour number 8. I completely forgot about it, but it is hour number 10 and this is what my face looks like. As you can tell, I am very shiny and therefore it is time to blot. So I'm gonna do that really quickly. This is what my piece of paper looks like, and here is the scoop. As you can probably see in the center of my face, majority of the foundation is missing. It has rubbed off of my jaw and it is missing around my hairline. So it doesn't look great. It is our number 10. It is not the most long-lasting foundation. However, for £5, I highly recommend it. If you were wondering whether this foundation is good or not, I think it's good. I think it's great for the price. And honestly, I wouldn't even compare it to Estee Lauder. If it wasn't for the name, I wouldn't have made that correlation in my head. It has a very different finish. It's a little bit more comfortable. It's not that dry looking and it smooths the skin a little bit better than Estee Lauder. It's just in general a little bit nicer, and the only thing that I like about Estee Lauder more is the longevity, but that's understandable because it is so matte, so it does last all day. But other than that, I think this is a great product. For the price, highly recommend. If you think about it, I don't look the worst at our number 10, so I'm happy. You will definitely see this foundation on my channel more. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Again, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you next time.